good morning, selamat pagi, and buongiorno to all DXN family. And thank you so much for watching our Facebook Live for today. Alright, so for tonight, we have a really special slot in international motivation. Okay, and this time around, we have leadership by example. And can we recall back previous leadership by example? We have sales and training manager, that is Miss Juliet Tugano. Alright, and today we will have Miss Elerosa Mari from DXN Italy together with us. And for tonight's session, we will have the motivation, leadership by example from our management team. Alright, and this time we will give you, not you giving your between the yourself about motivation, but we from management will give you the motivation. Alright, so before I invite our special guest for tonight, okay, let me can you help me with, yes, like, comment and share this Facebook live. Alright, and you can comment, you can tag your friends, your prospect, your members, everyone boleh komen ramai-ramai. And also yang paling penting, to share this Facebook live. Alright, share banyak-banyak because this is unlimited. You can share as much as you can, as you want. Boleh kongsi di Facebook page, your personal Facebook, di WhatsApp, di Telegram, di mana-mana saja. Okay, can share this Facebook live because we are not live in DXN Malaysia, but we are simultaneously broadcasting in DXN Indonesia and also YouTube page DXN Malaysia. Okay, and before that, I would like to give thank you so much to all who already greet me with good morning. Thank you so much. Okay, buongiorno everyone. And before I invite Miss Elerosa, I will give you a few updates about DXN Malaysia. Of course, in our DSN anniversary in September, 11 September 2022 at DXN Cyberville, our new home. So stay tuned to our anniversary. Okay, free your schedule. Datang ramai-ramai DSN Cyberville. Kita akan sambut anniversary DSN yang ke-29 tahun. 29th anniversary of DXN Malaysia. Alright, so pakai ramai-ramai datang DSN Cyberville. Alright, and I will give you, of course, in DSN Cyberville, our new home, kita ada activities this weekend. Apa tu, tengok dulu, kita ada video teaser for you. Tengok dulu video teaser ni. Alright, that's the teaser video for our program. This Sunday, we have DSN Kitchen Trio on Fire. Okay, dia semua dijemput hadir, tapi boleh bagi tahu kami dulu, okay, untuk datang ke program DSN Kitchen kita di DSN Cyberfield. Okay, WhatsApp SNT and let us know if you want to come. Alright, and then selain itu, kita juga ada aktiviti lain di DXN Cyberville. We have extra qualifiers gathering. Bila? Pada 23rd Julai 2022. Di mana? Di DXN Cyberville. Okay, 2 hingga 6 petang. Okay, this is open to extra cream and extraordinary qualifiers yang dekat post ni ada tunjuk cycle mana. Jika anda qualifiers di mana-mana cycle tersebut, you are most welcome to our program and you have to register. Okay, jangan lupa untuk register dengan kami. Kita pun dah post poster ni di Facebook, di e-world, anda boleh dapatkan dan scan to register. Itu penting tu, jangan lupa. Okay. Okay, saya sudah banyak cakap. Okay, let us kita akan ada special guest for tonight. We have Miss Elerosa Mari and sikit lah Miss Elerosa. She have been work with the DXN since 2017 in marketing, and she also have the background in interpreting and also translating. But now she is a country manager, the marketing manager, sorry, for DXN Italy, and also the marketing service support department for Europe. Okay, so let's get motivated tonight in our management team, and let's us all welcome Miss Elerosa Mari from DXN Italy.
Selamat pagi,
Hello, Miss
DXN.
Elerosa.
Hello, good morning.
Selamat
Good morning,
pagi.
DXN. Good morning, Miss
Good
Shah. Good morning,
morning.
everybody.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno, Miss Elerosa. So, how are you today?
I'm great. I'm very happy to be with you today and tonight because in Italy it's almost afternoon, but I know in Malaysia it's almost night. So good morning, good evening, good everything.
Thank you so much, first of all, to Miss Elerosa for making some time for me because I know you are really busy, but thank you so much for your time in our international motivation slot for tonight.
It's a
Right.
pleasure for me for sure.
So, how's DSN Italy?
DXN Italy is doing great. Is growing a lot, so we are very very happy, very motivated as management too.
Yeah. Of course. And if you have questions for Miss Elerosa, you are welcome to drop your questions on the comment section. And if we have time, we can go through the questions. Okay?
Sure, sure.
Okay. So for tonight, we want to get to know Miss Elerosa better. Okay. So can you please introduce yourself, Miss Elerosa?
Sure. My name is Elerosa Mari. I'm marketing manager for DXN Italy and also marketing support for European countries. I'm 46 years old and I've been working in DXN since 2017. First of all, I would like to thank you all in home office who invited me for this international motivation session, and also to all of you who are connected and are following me and following us. When Misha informed me on the title of this webinar, I was really, really glad because leadership by example is something essential, not only in your job, but also in your daily life. Because as a mother of 3 children, I perfectly know the importance of it. As a girl, I studied as an interpreter and translator for English and French, and I've always had a passion for languages and culture other than mine.
So really, really interesting to know. And can you share with us who are you before you joined the SN?
One of my first experiences, among other things, that was also very beautiful and long, was in Forever Living Product and other MLM companies. I worked for this company for 5 years since the office opened in Italy. And initially, I was in charge of customer support and then of marketing and events. It was, of course, a great gym because I got to know a company and that was in an international level. This company was on the market for many years, and on that occasion, I was able to learn a lot, especially once a year when I went to the United States and where a world class event was organized on the top distributor and country managers from all over the world. Let's say that Forever Living was a kind of initiation into the world of multi-level marketing for me.
That's great. And can you share how did you start working with DSN?
I started in 2017, as I said you. The DXN Italy was
Mm-hmm.
already in Italy for almost 1 year, and initially I was in charge for event organization and marketing material, product registration. Then in 2020, I was promoted as MSSD, that means Marketing Support and Service Department for whole Europe. And this assignment, of course,
Mm-hmm.
motivated me a lot, gave me great satisfaction because it allows me to cooperate with all European countries, but also with Home Office. For with all European countries, because of course we organize European trainings for Europe, leadership camps, TSI, but also we create marketing material when we launch new products or when we have some promo or some interesting events. So I can interact directly with all countries in Europe and also with HQ.
Sure, sure, sure. And did you mention that you have passion with languages? But can I know how many languages that you speak?
Of course,
Did
Italian,
you?
then English and French. Speak English and fluently. Then I also speak a little bit Spanish, but better I understand Spanish than speaking it.
Oh wow, that's really great to hear that. Because I only know two languages,
But it's
English and
okay.
Malay. Other
It's
than that,
okay.
other than that, I don't know. Okay, so very superwoman, superwoman.
No, not at all.
And all right, so uh, when you are in this role, of course, we know that a marketing manager needs to travel. And can I know how did you deal with traveling?
Yeah, Italy is very long because it is 1,000 kilometers. Then we have also two islands. So when we arrange the trips, we try to do it by geographic area. And obviously, we try to give priority to those areas where the DX brand is not very visible because we try to motivate, to make trainings, and provide the right information to existing members, and also, when not, to allow them to create new opportunities. In Italy, we have also many members that don't have a sponsor in Italy because we have members
Mm-hmm.
living in Italy but coming from other regions. For example, we have many members coming from South America, Arab countries, Asia. So we try to find the best way to communicate with these members, to visit them, organize training meetings, because as we always say, the XN is a big family. So we always try to feel them part of our great Dixon family.
Yes, and when you're traveling, of course, you have to do work, right? And how did you manage your time during traveling?
Usually we travel during the morning. So in the morning when we travel by car or by train, I usually reply to emails, phone calls, and so on.
Mm.
And in the afternoon and the meetings, we have meetings with members. So before and after each event, no members know that I'm always available for individual or group meetings for any information or support. And when I go back to my room, I reply to urgent emails because we have with HQ no 6 hour difference. So we have
Mm.
to try to optimize the time as much as possible. But I always say that my colleague 24 hours a day is my mobile phone. So I try to optimize any time and reply to email, phone call, and messages. And because in an MLM company, interacting with countries, having different hours and working days, the flexibility is a password because they know start the working time. So we have to optimize any single
Yes,
second in the day.
yes, of course. And we also have difference in time, right? Like you
Yeah,
said earlier that afternoon in Italy, but this night
Yeah,
in
it is.
Malaysia. So
Yeah, we have six different hours now. In Italy is two
mm,
52. So we are at the beginning of the afternoon.
yes, yes, yes. So in DSN we are family. No matter how far you are, but we still connected together. All right. So can I know how often did you travel before this? Because
Before
now it's
COVID,
COVID.
yeah. Now the situation changed a little bit because before COVID, we met our members around Italy at least twice a week. Because, as I said, you since we have a big area to cover, we try to arrange especially live meetings to make trainings, opportunity meetings. So before COVID, at least twice a week. Now the situation changed a little bit, so we mainly have webinars. But of course, luckily we have webinars, Zoom, Skype, WhatsApp, whatever. So we are always connected, even if not personally. But of course, it is important too.
Yeah. So the key point is we are connected. No matter how far we
Exactly.
are, but we are still connected. And
Exactly.
of course, can I know how did your family deal if you're traveling a lot, and how did your family deal with it?
I have three children, so in that case, luckily I
Mm-hmm.
have a nanny, and they have their grandmother, my mother,
Mm-hmm.
living with me. So they stay at home with the nanny and with my mom. And since the country manager of the DXN Italy, Giuseppe, is my husband, we travel together. So we spend our daily life and working life together. So when we travel together, and when he drives, I reply to email. And then when we are traveling by train or by plane, we have our PC. So we are always connected together.
Oh, so easy for you to travel because you're with your husband, right?
Yeah.
So you can manage that. It's very easy lah for that. And of course, I want to ask about your relationship with members. Of course, you're traveling a lot and you have met DSN members in your region a lot. And can I know how did you build your strong relationship with DSN members in your region?
Yeah, sure. What I usually do is try first of all to boost members' morale because we know that our action influence people's attitude, satisfaction, and performance. When leaders lead by example, I think that morale goes up. And this leads to greater
Mm-hmm.
company loyalty and also higher productivity. Secondly, I try to build trust and respect because I think that if I lead by example, I can expect to receive trust and respect from a team. Because you, as members and
Mm-hmm.
leaders, can be considered as someone who is capable of running team, and your downline sees you as a trusted mentor. And as a trusted leader can also inspire teammates and members to respect and trust each other. Because of course, this organizational cohesiveness can increase also the customer loyalty. And another important aspect from my side also always say the truth because also it sometimes can happen that you find yourself in a difficult situation. It is always better to tell the truth because you gain trust and also
Mm-hmm.
others can learn that they can trust you. Because anyway, we have to remind that the XM member are not the XM employee. There is a difference, I think, between the two figures because members, since they are independent, they are they can
Mm-hmm.
receive by our side support. We can guide them, but we cannot force them to do something they do not feel like because they are building their business, their future. Therefore, they have to choose the way forward themselves.
Yes, like you said, we have to tell them the truth, right? Because
Exactly.
we different. We are the employers, and they are the members. And can I know what is your leadership style?
Since my young age, I always try to use this quote: "Be the boss you would like to have." Today, maybe I can replace the word "boss" by "leader" because I always also try to use the sentence "treat others how you would like to be treated." Because it is important that as
Mm-hmm.
leaders We reflect on the way our action that make people feel and how our behaviors leave an imprint on them, positive or negative, depending on how it impacts on the person. I must admit that there are leaders who I remember very lovely and those actions impacted me. And they are also part of my life and of my way of leading today. But there are also others that I remember with great sorrow and who today I have realized how they made me feel, and I hope they have changed their approach to others. Something that I feel characterized my way of leading is my genuine concern for the well being of people in addition to their professional and economic growth, whether within the company or outside of it. I think that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Therefore, let's seek to generate memorable memories in people we lead and leave a mark on things that can benefit many more. Because I think that we cannot demand what we are not willing to give. And the best way to inspire others is through example every day in our life. I always try to be the leader I wanted to have because to lead by example means to guide others through our behavior instead of our words.
Yeah, so we have to treat others like how you want to get treated, right?
Exactly. I
So
think
treat
that is the
others the
lesson of the
best
life.
way. Yeah, lesson of the life. Treat
Yeah,
others the best way you want to be treated, of course. Yes,
exactly.
and of course, if you're handling members, there's a members, and if they express their concerns or ideas to you, how did you handle them? If they give their concerns or ideas to you.
Usually, I follow very simple step. First, I try to practice ethical leadership because ethical leadership means behaving according to a set of strong moral principles. And these values include integrity, fairness, honesty, respect, and transparency too. Ethical leadership, I think that is a conscious way of perceiving the world around us, and it helps us to understand our circumstances and respond also in a healthy ways. And to practice ethical leadership aligns your goals and our goals and action with strong values. Then I always try to be constructive when handling conflicts because I think that you can't expect your members to handle conflict well if you don't. And this means addressing conflict calmly and productively, because the goal is to diffuse the tension and work toward a solution. Another way I use is try to communicate kindly, because beyond ending conflict, a healthy dialogue is very important for all interactions. And this demonstrates that you care about your members and customers. When I go into the office or into a call or when I met somebody, I always greet everybody with a smile and with a warm hello. If somebody comes to me with a question, I always try to answer politely. And if a customer complains, I respect their concern and try to help to find a solution. And last but not least, I try to always celebrate diversity. I think that living by example means embracing members from all walks of life. And this I want normally to do with all members because we always say that DXN is a big family and all members have to feel part of this family, especially if they live far from their native country. As I said before, in Italy, we have many members who move from their native country to find new opportunities in Italy, in our country. Therefore, I think that DXN has to support them as much as possible. And coming from different countries, of course, also to have other languages, follow different religions. But I think that the most important aspect in the extent that is common for all members and also from all staff around the world is to promote health, wealth, and happiness. And each one of us can find his way to do it. So, creating a company where all members feel equal, I think that is one of the most important ways to live by example.
Yeah, so that you mentioned that we have to, when they come to you and express their ideas or concern, you have to communicate with them well and try to
Exactly.
understand their ideas, their concerns, you have to just communicate well with them. And like you said, with members from the foreign country, you have to support them to do this
Of course,
business
of
because
course.
we have to work together, right?
Exactly, exactly.
In this
Cooperation is a
business
very
and support.
important word.
Hmm.
Cooperation support, of course.
Yeah. Yes, and support each other. And if before we move to the next question, let us take a break for a while. Okay, Miss Elerosa?
Okay, I'm okay, no problem.
Okay. All right. All right, coming back again with Miss Elerosa Mari from DXN Italy. So we have asked Miss Elerosa so many questions, so we wanted to know her better. All right, so Miss Elerosa, we know that you're traveling a lot for this work, and of course you involve being in seminar, in trainings, in all the meetings, and we would like to know that what is the most important presentation you have given so far? That's the most, I think, memorable presentation
I
that you did.
think surely when there was the launch of cosmetics in Italy, because in addition to organizing the launch event and the marketing material, I also presented the three cosmetic lines because in Italy we launched together Gem Puri and Miracle and Mass Pack. So we launched them all together. And we had the opportunity to launch the three lines because I participated together with the DXN staff in the presentation for Europe of Miss Kim in Hungary. And it was very challenging because cosmetics was a new sector for DXN, and also the type of communication and approach had to be different between three, but at the same time, not to be too far from DXN style.
So it is the DSN cosmetic launching, is it?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, the Jempuri America and also the mass pack.
The math,
So the
exactly.
most important presentation. And can I know, of course, in you're working with the DXN for 5 years, of course, there's must be a challenge. Okay, right? So can I know that what is the most or the greatest challenge you have encountered so far working with the DXN?
I have two different situations that come to my mind. The first is the coordination
Mm-hmm.
of the product catalog for Europe, because it was a very long project that lasted about 9 months. Because in addition to the English version, which required a lot of time for the preparation of the text, the choice of images, there was also the coordination and the translation into 10 different languages, which was really challenging. I always say that the product catalog was my fourth child because 9 months have passed from the conception to printing, just like a pregnancy. And I had the confirmation of the HQ's approval when I saw that the catalog has also been used in other DXM markets outside Europe. So this one, my first big challenge. But there was also another beautiful challenge that was the organization of the TSI for Gulf countries. And since it's me who in Europe take care of the organization of the TSIs, and one of the most in one occasion we organized the cruise in the Mediterranean, and it was really appreciated. Mr. Gigi asked me to organize a cruise for more than 400 leaders, and I must say that it was really
Mm-hmm.
demanding because with Giuseppe, that is a DXN Italy country manager, we had to contact the embassies of all various countries, and there were so many.
Mm-hmm.
We had to send and sign more than 400 letters of invitation to all qualifiers. Then, on the return of leaders from the cruise, we organized a small tour in Rome. And in reality, on that occasion, I became a kind of 360-degree tourist agency because I had to contact the shipping company, to travel management, the organization of the buses from the airport to the port, tour. In short, it was quite
Mm-hmm.
challenging, but certainly an experience that I will never forget. But finally, there was also the loss of the passport of some members that then had to stop in Italy for a few weeks. So it was we did not miss anything on that occasion. It was really we had a lot of fun.
You, yeah, of course you have a lot of fun, but at apa in the journey also have the challenge that you cannot avoid. Every journey has challenge, but it depends on you how you handle it, how you handle it. Of course, about the product catalog that you mentioned about 9 months, same in pregnancy time, the
Exactly.
9 months, but you handle it really very well. All right, so can I know, this is just a bit about yourself, can I know what is your hobby, if you could share with us tonight?
I love playing piano, singing, reading books, traveling, and cooking too. These are my main
Cooking.
hobbies. Yeah, because in
Of course.
Italy we
Do you
have a
have
lot
time
of
for
ingredients.
cooking?
Yeah, when I'm at home, of course, yes, when it's possible. And
Yeah.
during first lockdown in Italy, all women became great cookers. Because even
All
if we
women
had to
become
work,
chef.
yeah, exactly. Five-star chefs.
So, that you mentioned that you're playing piano.
Yeah,
So, how old did you start playing piano?
I
How
started when I
is
was
how,
8
how
years old, so I played piano since I was very,
mm,
very young. Yeah, yeah, I love music. So when it's possible, I relax
oh.
myself.
So now also you can play piano. Did you practicing playing piano?
Sincerely, now I don't have much time, but when possible, I
Mm.
play some song and I relax myself.
Oh, okay, okay. And did you go to class to take?
Yeah, when I was
Did
young.
your
Yeah.
children know how to play? Did your
They
children know
love
how to play piano
music.
like you?
One played drums when he was very young.
Ah,
Then the guitar. Then no piano. They do it by themselves, but without following class. So they are not very good in
oh.
playing. They have
So
other
you know how
interests.
to play drums?
No,
So you know how to no only piano is it?
piano and a little bit guitar, but piano mainly piano.
Oh, guitar. Wow,
Yeah.
good. So back to thank you so much for sharing about your hobby with us, and back to our questions. All right. So and we want to know about skills you have gained in the SN. Of course, you've been working so long with the SN, and what do you think the most important skills you have gained in your career with the SN?
I think, first of all, flexibility, because having to interface 90% with other European countries, with Mr. Gigi, who is my boss, and deal with various countries and with home office, the hours are always different. Therefore, my mobile phone, as I said, is always with me. And flexibility is also for the type of work I do, because I deal with the registration of new products and therefore the preparation of related marketing material, the organization of events for Italy and Europe, which may be any kind of meetings around Italy or also more important events such European Leadership Camp or TSI, on which we work for several months and coordinate with many different people who often have different backgrounds and different points of view. It means that every time that there is a new project to carry out, we start over from zero, and you have to come up with thousand ideas and foresee many different scenarios. So it is essential to be flexible and not stiffen just because you want to do something and affirm your idea. I think also brainstorming is very important because it allows me to learn something new each time and also to experience a new project as an opportunity for growth. I really like my work because I never got bored and it's very versatile. Of course, I realize that it is essential to be multitasking because in one day I have to jump from one project to another and I cannot just dedicate myself to one thing. But it is certain that I could never say that I spent not a single day that is not simulating. Another skill is that we never have to stop in front of any problem, but always find solution. In short, never say the word impossible. This is very stimulating for me too, because it means that never giving up and always getting involved. As when you organize events, especially if they involve hundreds of people, the unexpected is behind the corner, and you always have to try and to invent something so as not to make feel people like difficulties, and especially for guests.
Yes, yes, yes. I think flexibility, brainstorming, and of course, multitasking is very important if you work
Yeah,
with DSN. You have to be so multitask because sometimes task is different and you have to adapt in whichever situation you have to be fit in and you have to adapt. Okay,
exactly.
and that is the most important thing. And what do you think? What do you think? What makes you an effective marketing manager handling DSN Italy?
Sincerely, I don't think that I'm the right person to reply to this question. I think that this question should be replied by DXN member or my boss if I'm truly effective or not. I can say that my motto is always to try to do my best, and therefore I always try to be efficient, professional, helpful, and friendly. And these are the same characteristic I like to find in others, especially in the world of work.
Yes, you have to be friendly with anyone because in DSN, you have to handle members, you have to uh, handle their ideas, their concerns. You have to understand them and try to communicate well with them, and try to solve their problems. Maybe they can come to you and tell you about their problems, and you have to handle them very well. All right. So thank you so much for sharing, Miss Elerosa, and we would like to know what about your plans in maybe 5 years from now. It's up to you whether in DSN or your personal plans. So, what is your plan? If you could share with us.
I think that first of all, since now it is possible again to travel, I hope to be in Malaysia next year to celebrate the DXN 30th anniversary. Because despite all the
Mm.
TSI and camps I've done, I haven't been there yet. And for me, it is very important because when I talk to others about DXN, I describe it as I've always seen DXN in videos and pictures. But surely the emotion that I can communicate to others is different if visiting the Ganoderma and Spirulina plantation, the factories, and then I can wait to visit Cyberville, Boulder Valley with all the fantastic DXN news that we have in the last years. And then, as regard the work aspect, my goal is to see DXN Italy in the first place in Europe and among the top 5 worldwide. I know that it is very ambitious, but I think that we can do it because DXN has fantastic products of excellent quality, and there is a lot to do in the Italian market.
Yes, and we are welcome for you to come in Malaysia because we have everything here. We have the farm. You can visit our farm, Ganoderma, Spirulina, and also we have new DSS Cyberville, our new home. So we are really welcome. I hope you plans your to come here very soon. It's going to achieve soon. Next year
Exactly.
for our 20th anniversary, you can come to DSN Malaysia and feel the difference. We have Boulder Valley, we have Cyberville, also Langkawi. Welcome, welcome, come,
So
come,
many
come to
great things.
Malaysia.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so many great things to explore. Of course, in our farm in Kedah, we have the Ganoderma, Spirulina. Everything can come and see that our own factory, our own. Alright, so talking about the SS Cyberville, we are going to have a short break, Miss Rosa. And we have a short break for the SS Cyberville video. Let's watch. Alright, so that is our new home. DXN Cyberville is now fully operated. Okay, so you can visit together in DXN Cyberville because we are fully operated now. You can come to our branch. You can purchase our DXN products. Also, we have the experiential gallery for you, and also we have helipad. We also have hall. Everything you come to DXN Cyberville. Alright. Okay, our new home. And before I comes to the end part of this session, I would just love to read some of your comments. Okay, is it okay, Miss Elerosa?
Sure.
Okay, so we go to the comment section. And thank you so much once again for all the greetings. We have leaders from Malaysia. Greeting, good morning. Thank you so much for greeting, Nazar. And also we have our crown. Uh, from Ipoh. Thank you so much for watching. And also we have someone from Italy, Miss Leonita from
Yorita.
Naples,
Hello, Yorita.
Italy. Alright, thank you so much for
She's
watching.
a
And also,
Filipino lady living in Italy. That's why I
oh,
said you, we have
oh,
plenty
alright,
of them.
alright.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, so good. And also we have from Saudi Arabia, from Riyadh. Okay. And also we have thank you so much for watching. And also we also have a members from Philippines, Miss Mi Ann from Philippines, and we have Mr. Lazo commenting. Thank you so much for
Morning,
watching.
Lazo. Thank you for watching.
And we have someone from India. Morning from India and also from Bangladesh. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, from Miss Leonita, Compliments Marketing Manager, Elerosa DXN Italy. Thank you so much
You
for
know,
watching.
the great thing that we have, the great opportunity we have in the DXN is to meet such a great people, such a fantastic people, as I said you before, different cultures, different languages, but the same goal. And also the opportunity to be considered as a big family, I think that is one of the best things that can ever happen in a personal life and in a working life.
Yes, because DXN is worldwide.
Exactly,
This is what, and we are all family. No matter where are you coming from, we support each other to do this
exactly,
business. All
exactly.
right. Okay, thank you so much for all commenting for tonight. So we comes to the last part of the session. All right, Miss Elrosa. Before we end this session, could you please give your encouragement or final message to all the SN members and your staff?
I would like to greet you by telling you the story taken from the film Peaceful Warrior. In my career, I've met people who are disappointed if they have not reached the goal they wanted to achieve, or worse still, who are not even satisfied with the goal they have achieved and therefore decide to leave the XN changing company. In this regard, I would like to tell you the story that contains my personal point of view and that I share perfectly. The story is about a young athlete, Dan Millman, who attended an American university and had excellent chances as an Olympic athlete, but who wasn't really disciplined as an Olympic athlete and he wasn't very careful about what he was doing. Even if then he has it all, he had good grades, a shot at the Olympic team on the rings, and girls lining up for the handsome Berkeley College athlete he is. One day, Dan had an accident that would have jeopardized his participation in the Olympics. And at that point, he met a person who was not a coach. He was simply a very wise person, so much so that he decided to rename him Socrates as the philosopher. Socrates becomes a kind of father figure, a mentor, as a leader in the Excel, as a sponsor, and that person teaches Milman how to become a peaceful warrior. Soc gave him many lessons about life and that above all helped him to rebuild his self-confidence. So, through training and through continuous dialogue and confrontation, he tried to help and encourage him. One day Socrates told them to get ready, take his trekking shoes, because the next day they would go on a hike, and then asked him, "Where are we going?" Socrates replied, "Don't worry, it will be a surprise." So the next day they met very early in the morning to start this long walk in this unspoiled nature. After 3 long hours, Sock told them, "Now we are here." Then was surprised, "We are here where?" Sock said, "At what I came to show you." Then said, "What? The view?" And Sock, "There, next to your foot." And then, "The flower?" Sock said, "No." Then was surprised, "The rock? There is something special about this rock." Sock replied, "Something wrong?" Then was a little bit angry. "Come on, Sock. This is what I was finally ready to see." Sock very wisely said, "Well, the whole trip up here, you were excited. You were very happy because you should have seen something. You were like a kid on Christmas morning. The whole trip up here, it made you feel good because of the past 3 hours you've been waiting to see this wonderful thing. Well, what changed? That there is nothing but this rock? I probably should have told you that before we left, but I guess I wasn't sure what we would find either. You never know it. Sorry, you're not happy anymore." Socrates turned his back and walked toward the road back. Then thought, thought about those words, looked at the stone, and at that point he said to Socrates, the journey is what brings us happiness, not the destination." The message I would like to leave you today is enjoy everything that happens to you and don't dwell on just a single moment. As then gradually learned, appreciate every moment to view the journey toward a goal as more meaningful and significant than the attainment, to pay attention to that which he is doing, thus increasing his gymnastic power and control himself. Therefore, enjoy your life. Enjoy your DXN life too. Stay healthy, stay wealthy, and happy with DXN. Thank you all for this opportunity and for spending time with me tonight. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much once again, and it's very very beautiful message you given, and like you said, that is enjoy your journey and appreciate every moment. All right, the journey is very important, and enjoy it and enjoy what you can. Just remember on every important moment, and that is that's your mention about the movie Peaceful Warrior, is it?
Exactly.
In 2006 movie. If you have time, go watch this movie. All right, go
Very
watch this
motivating.
movie Peaceful Warrior. Really motivated movie. It's good for you if you watch that. All right. So once again, Miss Rosa, thank you so much for your time tonight. I know that you're busy, but you managed to make some time for us, and thank you so much for making your time in our international motivation session for tonight. Thank you so much. All right,
Thank you for inviting
and
me
we are
again.
happy to have you.
Thank you all
We are happy.
for watching us and for being connected with us.
Yeah, yeah, thank you so much, and we are happy to have you from Italy, Miss Elerosa Mari, marketing manager from Italy, and to all members, thank you so much for all your comments and greeting, and thank you so much to support the XN, and thank you so much for making the XN as your way of life, and keep continue to motivate other people and give inspiration, and see you at the top in DSN, and happy good morning DSN and buongiorno DSN, and see you in next time. Thank you so
Goodbye,
much, Miss
DXN.
Rosa.
Thank you,
Buongiorno.
Nisha, again. Bye. Bye,
Goodbye.
everybody. Goodbye.
Bye everyone, and buongiorno.